I ain't had no skills. But that trajectory and path was a code. All of the numbers in the vitals of the cyclone was translatable to tell me information. And then I went and looked at the star maps to see the alignment of the stars to determine if it was actually a communication for me. And then my heart dropped in my stomach. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Mm. Damn. Yeah. Wow. Somebody said, I need your email, Rich, please. It's richandmerit@yahoo.com. RICHINMERIT@yahoo.com. I share it on here all the time.
I like that. Rich and merit. Rich and merit. That's rich in substance.
Merit's my last name. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the way you wrote it on your email,
Yeah.
rich in substance.
No, definitely. Shout out to my family, my family, the Merits, and where I come from, the Swifts. Somebody mentioned, because I talked about South. I told y'all my folks. I traced my folks back to South Carolina about the 1800s, I think 1800s, something like that. My folks at that time were known as the Myers. No, it was the something with a G. It was the Myers. Right before the Myers, it was, I forget exactly what it was. Oh man, I gotta look it up. The Grimes, yeah. The Grimes is as far back as I got. Yeah, the Grimes is as far back as I got. So I'm trying to get further back from that, but I got as far as the Grimes. So shout out to the Grimes, the Merits, the Myers, the Swifts, my whole family tree. Shout out to all of y'all. That's how I got here, y'all. But listen, I think that might be it. Is King Simon still in the chat sharing Rod's email? Let me see if the brother King Simon is still. Yeah, King Simon. Huh?
I don't use email.
Oh, not your email. My fault. I meant your Instagram and your Cash App and your Facebook. So shout out to King Simon. All right, that brother's always in the chat holding it down. Like I said, Dr. B should be on the Mall family. Make sure you tune in for that. With that being said, what would you like to say? Somebody said Grimes is Irish roots. Yeah, I gotta look into that. That's why I want to look into it. That's why I want to look into it. I definitely want to look into it. What you think about that, Rod?
Know that a lot of the Irish look like us too.
Yeah.
But we don't. You remember the Irish is called white Negroes. Mm-hmm. You go back to roots. It's an Irishman sitting there with the Frenchman and the Englishman, and they talk about him like a dog. You know, told him he wasn't no better than their slaves.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out, yo. I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm gonna go back, and I want to go back as far as I can. Let's see. Can you somebody said, can you use AI to trace back your bloodline? What you think about that, Rod? Using AI to trace back your bloodline?
It's better than that fake ass DNA that's for entertainment purposes only. But if you know how to bypass the initial program of AI is ancestral intelligence.
Yeah.
You can if you learn how to properly communicate with AI. Look, my chief of staff, Phoenix Rising, sent me where she asked AI about me. Blew my mind.
Oh, what is that? Why you ain't telling? Come on, man. How you not mention that, Rod? Come on, let me hear this. Let me hear this shit here.
Let me see if I can find my notebook.
What y'all talking about in the chat while Rod look for that? What are y'all talking about in the chat? Somebody said Rich is Celtic. Hey man. I'm gonna find out, y'all. I'm gonna find out real soon. I'm gonna find out real soon. My mom's family, they the light skin side. My pop's side is the dark skin side. My
Man,
mom,
too.
yeah, my mom's side, they the real light skin side. Like if I don't know if y'all see my daughter, she look like my mom. She come from like she's like look like my mom's side or whatever. My pops was real dark skin. That's what made my complexion or whatever. You know.
Trying to find my reader so I can read it.
You take your time, my brother. Dre, shout out to Dre. Y'all know Dre. Dre be on the show a lot. Rich, I have to get you on my podcast next month. Definitely. You text me a couple of weeks ago, Dre. So I got your number. Just let me know. Dre, are you coming to Stone Mountain? By the way, are you going to be on Stone? Are you going to be on Stone Mountain? But regardless, hit me up. Let me know. I want to be on your show, and I also want to be on the brother David show. I want the brother. I want to show love to y'all channel. I want to do a show with you, David, the sister New Diamonds, and maybe and Alien Black Girl. I want to do a show with all four of y'all. Show the people, the people from my channel, give y'all some shine so the people can support y'all. So shout out. Okay, you'll be in Colombia. Where you be? You be in Columbia, South Carolina, or the country? Columbia. Dre, you a passport, bro? Yeah, I see this video of the passport, bro, the other day. That shit was funny. They say, yo, they was in Cartagena. I think that's in Colombia. It was like the airport was deep with black dudes. Them niggas was going over there to get son. Yo, Dre, where you going to the country, Colombia? You a passport, bro? The country? Oh, Dre going to Colombia. Yo, Dre, I didn't know you was a passport, bro. Oh, shit. Man, you going, oh, shit, I ain't know, man. I know what you going over there for, bro. But he said, no. All right, Dre said, nah. All right, you ain't a passport, bro. Right. But yo, I seen a video, man, funny, about the black dudes that be going over there to Colombia, man. I was like, yo, dudes ain't playing. They be going deep over there to Colombia, man. Deep, man. Oh, you going to Bogota? All right.
I don't have an app on here to read it, Rich.
Oh, you ain't got it? Okay, it's all good. It's all good.
We'll do it another time.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do one last question then. Since Rod couldn't get that, let's get that one last question. Yeah, this is a good show, y'all. I'm real good show. Oh, okay, New Diamonds. New Diamonds is gonna be at Stone Mountain. Okay, that's what's up, New Diamonds. Okay, I'm gonna see you there, Stone Mountain, New Diamonds. That is great. All the way from California. All right. I'm gonna have the official flyer rolling out soon too, y'all. So stay tuned for that. Let me see. I want to get one last question in. Somebody said not a passport, bro, but I'm in Thailand. Was on the first Stone Mountain. You know, they said the white passport bros go to Thailand. They said that's what the white ones go to Thailand, the black ones go to Colombia. Yo, TikTok be saying some shit, man. Oh, TikTok is funny as shit. That's what they said.
Look, it makes sense though, because the ones that go to Colombia, they still keeping it in the bloodlines.
Hey, shit. Oh man, I gotta interview one of your passport bros one day, man. Somebody said, do you have any events coming back in ATL like you did in February? I might do something that weekend, the Stone Mountain weekend. I might do something later on in the evening that day. I'm not sure, but none else that I could think of. But I might throw something, real quick together. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, let's get to this last question in Super Chat. How did you do your memory exercises, Chief? I remember you saying that in one of your videos. We're ending on that, Rod. Yeah, memory exercise.
I had more than one exercise, but the most difficult one was to walk into a room and don't look at nothing specific, but try to remember many items in the room and their placement as possible. And that's called developing spatial recognition memory. Like when I go in there, if it was a piece of paper with another piece of paper slightly from under it, did I notice it? Did I see it? So it's training the memory. Then memory and recall is the childhood game called concentration. You flip the cards, try to remember what a card was by the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I began to do it, but I wasn't using cards. I was using like I use a book. And
Mm-hmm.
then I'll be like, do I remember what page 7 say? And then I'll try to go back in my mind and pull the information forward from page 7. Then I go back to the book and see if I was right.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started out, it was kind of rough. I remember like a couple of words in the line. Then next thing you know, I was able to tell people what page to look on certain books in order to find the information while we was in mid conversation. It just come out naturally.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Last question, Rod. Rod, I swear this is the last one. What Tamiko wants to know, what do birthmarks mean, Rod?
For some tribes, it don't mean anything, but for other tribes, it identifies heirs and tell you what ancestor you was. It got a whole lot of significance to it. Heritable birthrights, like I think in the Tongan Islands, if you have a certain birthmark on your leg, you the heir,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it normally jump father to the daughter, daughter to son.
Mm.
Yeah, marks mean different things to different cultural practices. Some people haven't incorporated because they might be more into the totem magic than they is with reading the birthmarks.
Mm-hmm.
But you got different people that hold and revere birthmarks and it's moles too. Moles, freckle patches, right? You used to have people that could read the freckle patches and know if you was a truthful person or a pathological liar.
Mm. Man. All right, all right. With that being said, man, I'm Rod. I want to thank you once again for coming on the platform, coming on the show. I look forward to doing this Patreon next week with you and the brother Billy Carson on this Merkaba, this vehicle that we use to travel to different dimensions. Yeah, anything you want to tell the people before you get out of here, my brother?
Yeah. Cash App been giving me a problem. Some of my people send me donations, they've been blocking it. So sometimes you might have to wait a day or two to send it if it rejects you. But I
You
tried
got
to update my phone, so see if that helps.
they want you to make your Cash App account a business account. That's what it is. They did that to everybody.
They already made me do that like 6 months ago.
And they still giving you problems?
And
Damn.
just started yesterday.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. You got Zelle?
That's all I used because I wasn't doing it for money.
Zelle will be
Right?
good to get because the people definitely they're gonna want to look out. Zelle will be
I was thinking about getting Chang.
I haven't used that one yet. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I know some people they had it. It's just like Cash App.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Yeah, I'm
like
looking at
Cash
that. Yeah, I'm looking at to that then. I'm looking at Chime. All right, man. With that being said, Rob, man. So I'm gonna talk to you soon, my brother. Family. Thank you to everybody. Somebody keep mentioning cigars. I promise y'all, real soon I'm gonna give you a little update on cigars. I know everybody's been asking about it, and they're like, Rich, come on, what's going on? I'm gonna give y'all an update real soon on that. So just
I gotta send you my address for man.
yeah, when I talk to you on the phone next time, because you know who I gotta send Loaded Lux. He's waiting on one that I forgot to send, so I gotta send Lux
It's
one.
the battle rapper.
Yeah, the battle rapper. Yeah, I gotta. He gonna be at Stone Mountain too. Lux gonna be there too. Yes, sir. Okay, I'm almost finished. Okay, all right, I'm almost done. That's my son. Okay, all right, son. That's my little boy right there. Yeah, so I gotta send Lux. I don't know if Lux listening. Lux, I'm gonna send yours out by Saturday. So when I send Lux joint out, I'm gonna send you yours as well. But yeah, every family, I'm gonna put it back on. There's gonna be available again next week, family. I'm gonna be using PayPal exclusively because I ain't fucking with Cash App either. So I'm gonna be using PayPal. If you could donate through PayPal, not the Rich and Marriage 7. It's gonna be another PayPal, and I'll give y'all that next week. So stay tuned for that. And I'm gonna have a bunch on Stone Mountain. So if you're on Stone Mountain and you want to donate, I'm gonna have a bunch. I'm gonna have a bunch. As a matter of fact, hold up. Right, hold up. I gotta show you something. Hold up. I don't think I showed Rob yet, man. You know, Rich me. I don't want y'all to think I got him here for now. I got the humidor back there. I got the pack to keep it fresh right here. So this keeps it fresh. But 100% tobacco. I might just bring this whole case to Stone Mountain, and but I'm gonna have them, family. I'm making an offering to the gods. You know, they remember me, motherfucker. What? You know what Panic used to say? Motherfucker! Panic used to say it like that. Panic used to say, motherfucker!
I think the number 12 is dealing with the time clock, right? It's dealing with this 12 numbers on the clock. So it's got to be something connected with it. But what do you got on that as far as the code flip on the land? Go ahead.
Now, I was going over it while you was going out, coming back in, right? So the Times Square issue, remember the clocks are round, right? Remember the Masonic puzzle, how did you get a circle out of square, right? Or how you get a square out the circle, right? So they give you a circle, it looked like a pizza. You had to cut the pie in quarters and then move the circle, the crust, to the center, right? When they get lined up, the tips of the pizza make the square, and the circle is in the square, right? Now we're talking about building time, constructing. It's the architect, the grand architect, Big Mama. The master mason is the mother, the first teacher, the first builder with the child, the first educator, the first source of proper guidance. Dad is the straight bump for the child. He's coming off a whole different line. Mama's coming with a game of four-corner shuffle. Daddy coming with a game of two-ball cane. Right? The four-corner shuffle gonna always square you off, but the two-ball cane gonna always knock your ass around. Right? So it's the pendulum on the Masonic symbol over the square. Right? Because the circumference of the father determines the diameter of the square in which you can fit. And the mold is made by the mother because she squared you off by teaching you proper etiquette, proper public behavior, proper control of self, and proper vision for a future. So Big Mama always teaching you from a baby. The best thing to be is the child between multiple Big Mamas. I got 7 mothers named Mary. They are my Big Mamas from different baptismal rites of the tribes of the land, or consecration rites. You say baptism, now they think you get the church dipping underwater. That's not always a baptism. The consecration rite, sometimes they smear your head with oil, the anointing, Mashiach. They creating a Messiah because they are anointing him, right? I got 7 Big Mamas named Ruth. They are the bankers. Those called the money pots. And they all represent one of the honey pots. The honey pots is the 7 sisters, right? And the 7 sisters can consist of cousins because my auntie is really my mama's sister. And my cousin is normally my sister, my mama's sister's daughter. But they didn't got us confused by calling us cousins. But the proper orientation of the bloodline tell you who your family is by structure and contrast, right? By identifying who your family, you identifying birthrights. And birthrights is tied to blood rights. And blood rights is tied to land. Right. So the old Mississippians come out the woods, all these old stealthy priests. They coming from all of the black clans of the land, the Black Eagle clan, the Black Falcon clan, or Hawk clan, whatever you want to call it. They coming from the Black Vulture clan. That's the cleanup crew. That's the big old strong ass linky niggas, right? They look like what's a good character to define them? They almost look like black goons from Popeye, right? That's the cleanup crew. When we breaking heads, when we busting heads, and when the cleanup crew come, they come in to clean up the old broken bodies that's left in the wake. They call them grave diggers, corpse carriers, right? They pick up all of the bodies out the street after war, right? Their whole family lines is mortuary science. They then turned it into a small group of select individuals that dress the bodies for the ceremonial crossover, right? So then you got your Black Wolf Clan. Then you got your Black Elk Clan. All of these, when you say black, you mean stealth, right? Because those was the defenders on the chessboard against the white pieces, your white knight, right? Remember when Jim Jones poisoned all them people, he screamed on the thing, it's a white knight. A white knight is a mass assassin, right? So all the time you thinking that the white knight is the righteous knight. He's the one who came to conquer and went about conquering, riding the white horse with the white suit, right? But now his suit is blood red because he carried with him death. Everywhere he went, from slaughtering people, he's red with the blood of the incense of the saints. The saints is the babies, and the soles of his shoes became red from walking through the blood of the sacrificed innocent. Abortion babies, adrenochrome babies, right? So when you get done going through who is who, you realize that the Lone Ranger was never the Lone Ranger, a black guy riding a white horse, but he was the black guy riding the black horse. Dark Knight, the long shot, the one least likely to succeed, right? Became the champion in this game of life, moving like a knight on a chessboard in an L figuration. Every time they was taking a loss, he was flipping sevens. 3 sevens is the jackpot. So everywhere he went, he flipped the jackpot because the seven's been tripled on every step. Right? So when the righteous son comes about, he finds the place of the righteous mother, the big mama, the rightful heir, the one who the grandfather clause activates the grandmother clause, the oldest contract of the earth. The blood right, which is the menstrual rights of the woman who bare the child to be able to spill the menstrual blood on the land freely, to fertilize the land with the blood of the righteous, because the menstrual blood comes straight from the womb, the portal of life, where it insulates the developing child, and this drainage becomes the fertilizer for the life of the earth. So this is why when she spilled her menstrues on the ground, up sprouts a new sprout, a new tree, a new bush, a new plant, a new flower, right? When the mama's pearl, the virgin girl, misses on the land, she make the lily flowers grow. She make the sunflowers grow. She make the dandelions grow, right? Because the frequency, pitch, and the energy, and they all become healing to the ones who consume the plant, because the plant has the healing energy of mama's pearl, right? The rightful heir, because she the one that belong on the land, so the land responds to her like can, right? And it's all symbolism. So they made John Wick the Pope. Let that sink in.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that Pope thing, man. American Pope. What's your take on it, man?
The
One drop of
symbolism.
blood.
It's symbolism because he is a mulatto passing. He Creole. He from the New Orleans Creole line, born in Chicago, right? That's symbolism, right? So it's talking about the conjure spell, where he's reverse engineering in his presence. They came for one drop of blood, and they said the last pope had to be a black pope. They thought it was Peter, but remember, papal dictates say you can never have another pope named Peter because the first one was appointed by Jesus himself.
Oh, I ain't never heard this. My first, yeah, that's good to know.
Yep. So we was expecting Peter to be the pope because the first pope was named Peter, and we know that the pope that ascended is the last pope. But remember, Peter was a blackamoor. He was a ninja, a negro,
right.
a color,
right.
a darky, right? And in the biblical text they refer to in the Catholic Church, when they say that, they say, "On this rock I should build my temple," in reference to Saint Peter, the first pope, right? But he really wasn't the first pope. Alexander was the first pope because he commissioned the church.
Go ahead.
But they tell us Peter was, in order to carry on a direct line from the living Messiah or the living Christ, Big Mama, Isis, right? So that they could say that they was empowered by the great mother Isis, or they called Jesus, to establish their church, the papal church, the sacerdotal seat of the great mother in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
So they took the Big Mama birthrights and they passed them on among men dressed up as women.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the 6,000, the last 2,000 years of the 6,000 years rule of the devil, known as the rule of Babylon.
Time right? Up on the Times Square, baby. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now all roads lead back to Rome. So whatever we doing over here got to show up in Rome, don't it?
Yeah.
Comparative analysis, and this ain't to say nothing to make nobody super special, but the Pope born in Chicago and I was born in Chicago.
Go ahead.
Right? I'm doing Big Mama work. He masquerading like he doing Big Mama work.
Go ahead.
The proof is in the pudding. So what did they put in it? They put in one drop of blood. So that the last pope that don't look like the black pope is really a black pope.
Go ahead. Crack heads, crack skulls.
Now that he got his one drop of blood, he got the right, as the rule go, to give the throne back to Big Mama. Restore the matriarchal sacerdotal seat.
The Black Madonna. That's right.
Which ties back to the Big Mama statue in Times Square. Right? Mm-hmm. When the time is square, that means it's even. We all squared away now.
Yeah.
So Big Mama came back for everything they owe us. She told her baby boys to go get it. We put together a scheme to plot a plan to run the program to institute enough education on the minds of the devastated youth.
Right.
Until we wake the babies up, and the baby's gonna tell the truth. And out of the mouth of babe come the wisdom of the wise.
Go ahead.
So
go ahead.
Hold on.
Hey y'all. I wonder why I did it.
So look, they think they slick when they appointed the Pope John Wick. Then they changed his name to, right? 14 is 2 sevens.
Mm-hmm.
So the 2 sevens that make up the 14, and the 1 and the 4 makes the 5, which brings about the change. 5 means turnaround.
Okay.
Right? So he becomes Leo, the lion, represented by the Sphinx, because he's working out of the Catholic Church.
Right.
Or the circle.
Holistic
So
cat.
the Pope is in the circle and Big Mama's in the square.
Go ahead.
That means you face to face with the adversary and you watching his kingdom crumble as he handed back to Big Mama.
Right.
Right. So he had to traverse the land with one drop of blood, arise through the ranks as the chosen son, the stone the builders rejected, rise through the ranks.
Go ahead.
So when Leo takes office, that means that he has a duty as with one drop of blood to give the kingdom back to its rightful heir, Big Mama.
Right.
And they telling us in the signs and the symbols everything that's transpiring.
Respect.
Right.
Cold
but they
food.
not telling us they beating around the bush.
Right.
Because only the ones that can read the signs can understand the time.
That's right.
Right? What did Bob Marley say about the time in the redemption song?
It says, excess moving of the people.
Have no fear for atomic energy, because none of them can stop the time. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? Because all I ever had, redemption song. Right? What did Prince sing?
Go ahead.
It's the sign of the times. Right?
Go ahead.
When he talked about disciples high on crack toting a machine gun.
Go ahead.
Right? So everybody was telling you to watch the time, say 2000, party over, oops, out of time. So we gonna party like it's 1999.
Go ahead.
Right? Now we 25 years removed, but we still can feel the groove.
Go ahead.
Because the message was in the music, and the music told the story, and the story that was being told was out of the blues.
Right.
That's the Delta blues, the Mississippi Delta blues.
Right.
Where you go down to the crossroad to sell your soul. And the devil went down to Georgia looking to steal one. But he ran into Johnny, and Johnny was a harp-playing son of a gun. Right?
Go ahead.
And so everything that they telling us is already coded. Now it's being decoded in front of our face.
Right.
They stole Big Mama's seat. And they sent her baby boy to get it back. So in the Papal Church, the one drop of blood doctrine had to be proof